What's up, YouTube? You already know what it is. It's your girl Gracie, and I'm back with another video for you guys. So if you're new to this channel, make sure you comment, like, and subscribe, and most importantly, make sure y'all hit that post notification bell so that way you could be notified every time your girl upload a video, y'all. So yeah, by that title, by that thumbnail, y'all already know what's finna go down, like today, like right now, this second. So today I will be doing a story time, life after Jobcorps, because a lot of people was in my DMs and a few people was in my comments, and they asked me, so did I pursue my dream? Did I get a job? Did I graduate? This, that, and the third. So this is what this video is going to be about. So I'm not going to ramble too much. We're just going to get right into this video. Okay, you guys, I'm so sorry if you can hear my fan or my dog barking. I can't control my dog right now, but it's hot, so I need some type of circulation going on in here. But anyways, you guys, so today I will be explaining to you guys a little story time, life after Jobcorps. It was a lot of people in my DM, and it was a few people in my comment section asking me, so did I graduate? Did I get a job? What happened after Jobcorps? And this is what this video is about. So you guys, all right, so step number one. Before you graduate, okay, after I graduated or whatever, I didn't leave that exact same day. It was probably maybe like a couple of days after that, because they got to get your paperwork together and all that good stuff. So it all depends on what type of trade that you went there for. For me, I went for my CNA license. So once I graduated, you get like a packet or whatever, and they also give you a copy of your license. They give you several copies of them. So when you go to your job interview, until your license come in the mail, you get paper copies until your license come in the mail. So when I went back home, I was filling out my application to be a CNA or whatever at different nursing homes. So they make sure you got all your papers that you need, like your resumes, all that stuff. You have all. We had so much of it or whatever, because they want you to be ready for when you graduate, to get out there in the real world to go apply for a job. So you guys, I got my first job. I didn't start working right after Jobcorps. I left Jobcorps in 2011 in November. I probably didn't start working until after my birthday. My birthday was in January. So I probably waited about 3 to 4 months before I started working or whatever. But then I found my very first job at a nursing home. And it was the worst experience I had in my life, okay? Back then, even though it was 11 years ago, but 10, 11 years ago, but it still bring back memories. Like, oh my God, like, it was the worst experience ever. Like, when I first got my first job, usually they have you working with people, but literally they only trained me for like maybe 3 days, and they expect for me to take care of like 20 patients by myself. I was like, whoa, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I didn't want to seem like I was weak. I didn't want to seem like I couldn't do it. So I'm like, okay. They asked me, was I ready? And I'm like, yeah, because everybody else usually ready within like a day or two. But mind you, the people that was working there was already working there for like 10 plus years. Right? So when I got there, they just treated me like, like I wasn't nothing, like I was a newbie or whatever. So they just figured, shit, I just knew everything, because on my application they said, have you had any experience? And I did have experience, because when you go do your training to become a CNA, that's considered as training or whatever. So I told them, yeah, I got experience. So when I first got to the job, it was 3 days of training. So by that 4th day, why they give me like 20 clients? Because it's like 2 clients in one room. And I had one whole side by myself, and then they expect for me to use a Hoyer lift, all that stuff. I'm like, oh my God. At the time, like I said, I didn't want to show that I was weak, that I couldn't do it, because I really wanted a job. At this time, I really needed some money. So I just kept trying on my own. And as the day went on, it's crazy, because everybody was done with their clients, and I bullshit you not, I was still on my second client. And they was already done with their whole wing, like their whole hallway. And they had just as many clients as I had. And then they want to get mad at me because they had to come help me. It ain't my fault. How y'all expect for me to just be ready after 3 days on a job? Like, come on now, your girl just got her CNA license. Like, I'm not that ready, you know what I'm saying, to have 20 clients by myself and expect to use a Hoyer lift and do transfers by myself. What? They lost it at that time. Mind y'all, this is 11 years ago. So like I said, it was the worst experience ever. I cried in there. I did not want to go back, but I had to keep in mind, like, okay, I need the money. I need to try to get on my own, because I didn't have a place of my own. I was still staying with my grandma. So it was time for me to get my foot out there in the real world. Like, I really need to get my own crib and shit like that. So that's why I kept pushing myself to do it. I said, okay, Gracie, they fuck with you today. Maybe tomorrow will be another day, a different day. Next day come around, same old shit, same old wing. they had me down the same wing doing the same people. So when I clocked in, I saw my schedule. I'm like, why do they keep putting me by myself? And one of the ladies, she said, because you only allowed for 3 days training, they expect for you to know all this stuff through all the other training that you've been through. And I said, oh, okay. I looked at her like just like this. I said, oh, okay. Continue signing in, doing my paperwork, doing what I'm supposed to do or whatever. So I get down that same wing again. They have to come help me again. I'm like, how do you use this Horia lift? Like, I had never used a Horia lift ever, not even in training. Like, they haven't even, like, they never even showed us how to even use a Horia lift. Like, I'm like, can y'all please help me? So they had to show me, like, several times, and I still wasn't getting it. I'm like, okay, so what does she fall? Like, because all Horia lifts are different. All of them are different. They all are not the same. They're all different. So, but anyways, you guys, if you see me keep looking over, I keep seeing somebody under my door. I don't know if it's my dog or my son. But anyways, I kept needing help with that, and they got so mad with me, like so mad. So, okay, so after that incident, they helped me, blah, blah, blah. And then at the end of every shift, you have to do paperwork, y'all. Paperwork, okay? Mind y'all, I never did this paperwork. So, so basically, you have to chart when they make when your client do a bowel movement, when they what they eat, how they eat, what time they go to sleep, blah blah blah. If you bathe them that day, you have to chart all this. At that time, everything was so difficult for me, so I'm just like, okay, I just did what I did what I knew, what I did or whatever. So they say, Miss Gracie, can you come here? You filled this out wrong, this and that and the third. So at this time, I'm just getting irritated. I'm like, I'm irritated. I started crying. I was like, I'm irritated. Nobody want to help me. Y'all act like I've been doing CNA for 10 years, like all these other people up in here. I ain't been here that long, let alone I haven't even had my CNA license that long. Like, come on now. Like, they was treating me like I was really shit. So you guys, let's just jump 2 months or whatever. So 2 months on the job. Not even, I don't even think it was 2 months. Let's just rewind all of that. Just let's say a month. So, okay, so just about a month, I go to work. And then I go to work, I go in there, I clock in. I said, why everybody names is on here and not mine? I said, what, they got me somewhere different? Do they got me work with somebody? Like, where my name at? Like, why it's not on this list? And so everybody else knew it but me. A bitch was fired. Didn't even fucking know it. Like, why am I the last one to know that I'm fired? Because the bitch could have called me on the phone and said, we don't like how you work here. You need help with everything, blah, blah, blah. We don't need your service no more. Bam, bada, boom. But no, the bitch made me drive all the way to work, waste my grandma gas because she took me to work, waste all her gas for her to tell me in person that I'm fired. And I'm like, why? She was like, because it was told by a lot of the staff that that you're doing stuff wrong, that you don't know how to flip the client, this, that, and the third. Just fucking like, I just balled up crying. I had it at that point. Like, I had it. I was like, you know what? I worked my hardest and I tried my best with all those clients. And just like I told her, I said, y'all was treating me as if I was working here for 10 years and I wasn't working here for 10 years, barely a month. And I'm fresh out of Jobcorps, fresh out. Basically, and this is my first job in the medical field. So I'm just like, how y'all gonna treat me like this or whatever? So they fucking fired me. They made me come all the way to work. Mind you, I stay on the south side end of town, and I had to go all the way out north. They wasted my fucking gas. Like, I'm like, are you freaking serious? Y'all could have called me on the phone and told me that y'all didn't want me working here no more. That was so devastating. Walking in there and everybody around me knew what was going on except for me. And I go in and my name not on the list and everybody else's name on the list. Like, who does that? Like, that was so embarrassing to me. And like I said, that was the worst experience ever. And I never wanted to work at another nursing home no more after that. Especially how they treat their patients is horrible. So if you got any loved ones, I do not recommend taking them to no motherfucking nursing home because the people in there treat their patients like shit. I would rather for you to put them in assisted living or just take care of them yourself, because me and what I saw 11 years ago and still what I see today is horrifying. Okay, they treat them like shit, thinking ain't nobody gonna say nothing. They need a voice to speak for these people, because some of the workers there was treating them like shit, like just rolling them over there, just rolling, not even saying on the count of 3, let's go this way, just just rolling them, shoving food in their mouth and shit. I done seen a lot, y'all. So I had it at that nursing home. So when I left that nursing home, I went applying for more nursing homes. So I finally got a job at another nursing home, y'all. and it did not work out there either. I was only literally there for like 2 weeks. 2 weeks. I had worked there long enough to get one check because we got paid every 2 weeks. So I was working there long enough to get one paycheck, and it was just too much for me because they was doing the same shit at this last nursing home that I just left. And I explained to her when she interviewed me, like, I don't have a lot of experience. I'm fresh out of school, blah, 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 blah. But this is something that I can see myself doing long term. Like, can you please just give me the job? She gave me the job. I explained it to her. Man, working with people is crazy. Like, man, like I just could not believe how people can treat you just because they feel like you beneath them. Like, no, bitch, you was once a first starter just like I was. Don't treat the newbies like we ain't shit, like we just don't know shit. I was like the youngest one there. Yes, I was the youngest one there in both of the nursing homes, and they both let me go. But guess what? I'm not a CNA now, but you might as well say I am but I didn't go to school. I didn't go back to school for it. But your girl is a caregiver, and you would think that I probably could have pursued my dream to be a nurse if I really, really, really wanted to. If I really wanted to put in the work, I really could have did that, but I didn't do that. But hold on, you guys. Okay, you guys, I don't know where I was at, but long story short, both jobs let me go because the people that they try to have you work with, that's why I like to work by myself. I like to work independent. I don't like work. Don't put me with nobody else unless we have to, because a person is either dead weight or they're too big, and it takes two people to transfer to a wheelchair. That's the only way that, you know, I would consider working with somebody else. But ever since that experience 11 years ago, and guess what, you guys, I never worked in another nursing home ever. All my work that I've done is at people's houses, because I go to people's houses and take care of them as if they was in a nursing home. You know what I'm saying? It's the same type work. We just call it caregivers, CNAs. We do the exact same work. I mean, exact same work. We do bathing, clothing, transferring, store runs, all that good stuff. We do all the same stuff that CNAs do. So my type of job that I do now, I love it. You know what I'm saying? Even though I grew over the years, I learned so much. My experience is like, woo, 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 what now? Like, back then it wasn't like that because I was just starting out. Y'all feel me? So that will be the end of this video, y'all. So this is what life is at the Jobcorps. I did pursue my dream. You know what I'm saying? I got a couple of jobs after that, but it didn't work out. But as time went on, 11 years later up until now, you know, I'm still in the medical field. I could have pursued my dream to a nurse or whatever. I could have, but you know, school was just never my thing. You know what I'm saying? It never was. So I still do CNA work. Even though it's caregiving, but I still do CNA work because they still the same thing. And I just go to different people's houses and I take care of them. So that's what I do right now. So, but until then, you guys, if you stay to the end of this video, make sure you give this video a thumbs up, comment down below, and let me know some more other videos you guys want to see. Until then, peace out.